Saying there's huge problems at YouTube is kind of like saying Ludwig failed another Pokemon run. You just kind of expect it at this point. But this problem's a little bit different than normal because it's literally preventing creators from making money off their own videos and content. And the worst part, it seems as though there's nothing they can do to reverse YouTube's decision. But before we jump into the issue at hand, it's worth addressing an elephant in the room, which is that I am paid by YouTube. And I don't mean in the traditional, you get views, you get AdSense. I mean, I'm paid to stream exclusively on YouTube over on my main channel, which can maybe make you think there's a conflict of interest or that I'm not unbiased. I do try to treat this the same I would if there was a problem with Twitch or with Kick, but if I don't address it, it feels weird not to talk about it at all. I mean, my boss is probably watching this. Hello, Jeffrey. And if you are mad at me for this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But this is a big problem. And part of the way YouTube works, which is not a good thing, but it is a true thing, issues are not resolved by how big of a problem it is or how many people it affects. Issues are usually solved by how big of a stink people make about the problem. How many people are complaining about it on Twitter or Reddit or in YouTube comments or whatever. That makes the biggest and fastest change. So I'm hoping that maybe making this video can expedite some process or get some people on YouTube aware of it, because everything I've tried to do behind the scenes has failed to work. Now let's jump into the actual issue, which starts with a creator you guys might recognize, a bit of a blast from the past, Hutch. Hutch, who has been a YouTube creator for years now, like 13 years. An absolute OG. He's done a lot of videos with CNNers. He's part of Machinima, Respawn. And the biggest thing that happened to him recently is that his channel's been demonetized. Like, the entire channel is fully demonetized. There's no ads on it whatsoever. If you watch it in incognito mode, nothing. Just raw video, which is kind of weird for a guy who has had YouTube as his main source of income for probably a decade of his life, longer than a lot of the people who watch YouTube content. And the reason why it was demonetized? Invalid traffic. Get used to that term because a lot of people are dealing with this invalid traffic issue. He tweeted out, well, looks like the AdSense team and YouTube took another look at my permanent suspension for invalid traffic, and they have tripled down that I am responsible for what they detected on my channel. They seemingly do not believe that I have been targeted. And if you don't know, invalid traffic at its core is when people are maybe view botting or clicking on their own banner links a lot, just basically doing things to increase the value of views, even though it is not giving value to the advertiser. It's basically a goodie boy score that YouTube can show advertisers. Like, hey, look, 90 whatever % of all of our viewers are real people who watch and click your ads authentically, as opposed to one channel that perhaps has like 100% ad clicks, and now you have to pay that creator more, but the actual advertiser is getting zero return from that. That's the big concern. And Sean, aka Hutch, emailed YouTube and he said, hey, I have a channel of 850K subscribers. I've been doing this for 15 years. I made $1,200 in ad revenue last year. I would not risk my channel. I would not risk my career for that. That is just not worth it at all. And the YouTube team and AdSense team looked at it and said, don't believe it. I don't buy it. You got to fix it still. Whatever the problem is, you still got to fix it. And the only thing that he can do is either wait 3 months and appeal again, or make a stink about it, which is what he decided to do after 3 failed appeals. And it's not just Hutch who is dealing with these issues. There are many other creators who are also dealing with the same problems, including Moist Mogul's very own Zane. Now, if you don't know, this is Zane. He's one of the best Super Smash Brothers players in the world. I think number one right now for keeping it a buck. And I asked him about the problem he's been having because his channel is also demonetized, and this is what he said.
Can you explain why the fuck your channel keeps getting demonetized in your own words? Okay, they keep saying it's because of invalid traffic, but they won't give any other explanation as to what that means. And it's been since April of 2022, and I think the reasoning is just kind of bullshit. There's no elaboration.
It is bullshit.
Thank you, Moki.
Let's go, Moki.
How they find your new account? I think it's because it's under my same name or something, so it might be personalized, but it happened within 3 days of being partnered.
So let's go on that thread for a little moment here. He said how to happen to the new account. So let me just walk you through that. This is Zane's old YouTube account. and it is all demonetized. He makes $0 off the account. And after I signed him to Moist Moguls, why the fuck you still got your GG banner, Zane? Can we update this shit? What's going on here? Anyway, he basically stopped using this account because he wasn't making any money off the videos. And he asked me to help him because, you know, I'm signed by YouTube. I should have some backdoor connections. And I asked. I asked a few times. I sent a few emails. I bumped a few people. But the people I know in this 1,000+ employee company of YouTube got no fucking clue how to fix this shit. So they email somebody else who emails somebody else who emails somebody else. And then they just told Zane faster than he might normally receive the news, no, we can't help you at all. And so I said, fuck it. I don't need YouTube to help us. You have a channel with 42K subscribers. I will make a video and then shout you out, and we will make one together that gets you more views, and we start a channel from scratch, which is exactly what we did. And it got 300K views. And he has a brand new channel now with almost 30,000 subscribers that was monetized, and he was able to make money off that video for 3 days. 3 days, and then YouTube tagged him and the AdSense team tagged him for the same issue of invalid traffic. And now this channel is also demonetized. And the only thing they shared, these channels shared at all, was just the name. He tried to use different email, different everything he possibly could, but they're just tracking him down, I suppose. I don't even know how it could be invalid traffic because it's very clear where the views came from, which is the original video, which was me cheating in Super Smash Bros. Melee. The only way I was able to actually be good at the game. And I linked it in the description. Very easy to follow where the traffic came from. I don't know how it's invalid. Now, the main argument that YouTube makes is that they don't deal with invalid traffic. That is not their modus operandi. It is up to the creator to take care of those problems. And this is how they describe it themselves. Invalid traffic. In addition to monitoring for policy violations, we analyze all clicks and impressions to determine whether they fit a pattern of use that might artificially drive up an advertiser's costs or a publisher's earnings. If we determine that your account has invalid traffic, we may suspend or disable the account or withhold earnings for some amount of time. And then when they push that and you say, okay, well, how do I stop invalid traffic? They say, well, it's up to you. You got to do that. You have to segment your traffic. And you have to proactively monitor how your traffic sources are performing so that you can make educated decisions and stop working with sources that appear to be sending bad traffic. Which I think, like, maybe if there's some site that you're posting to that is getting the views, that, like, don't do that. But that's not what's happening here. Hutch hadn't uploaded it in a hell of a long time before that came up, and before that he posted pretty infrequently. Zane posted one video with me, unless I'm the invalid traffic, which wouldn't make any damn sense because you're paying me a hell of a lot to stay on the website. I don't know what makes that invalid. It doesn't add up. And it seems weird to make the onus of finding anomalies in data and to understand how different sources are performing to up to the creator. I don't know how the creator would be able to do that when YouTube and AdSense themselves have way more tools. So I don't super understand the logic there. And this issue, by the way, isn't just exclusively to people I know like Hutch or people I work with like Zane. It's happening to a lot of creators. And I just pulled up a few examples here. Caffeinated Blogger was tweeting about it, how he lost $25,000 in revenue due to this bug about invalid traffic with established channels with almost 400K subscribers. Same issue happening over here. 90% of the views on my channel are browse feature and only 1 to 5% are external. So I don't understand what the invalid traffic is. Also here, another person who's trying to show that their traffic is from browse features suggested videos, aka YouTube is driving the traffic for 90+% of all of the videos. How is that invalid? Here's another one just showing all the same issues, how it's coming from YouTube directly, but they've lost all AdSense because of, again, invalid traffic. And that's where we leave off. That's the end of it. There seems to be no resolution in sight. And all you can do as a creator, if you have this invalid traffic problem, is appeal. And if your appeal fails, you have to wait 3 months to appeal again. And any content you make in the interim makes $0. All your old content makes $0. That's it. You just have to hold the L. And even if you make a new channel, they will still find you. So how are you supposed to deal with this problem as a creator? When at its core, YouTube is supposed to be creators making content for the website in exchange for making a part of the money they make for YouTube back. How are we supposed to do that? Hopefully YouTube can address this. Hopefully they can fix this problem. All right. You do this, I don't say shit about dislikes. I don't say shit. You know what? Let's chop it 50-50. That seems like a good trade-off. I won't even bring it up ever again. I won't even think about it. Just fix this one, right? All right. Thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye. Subscribe. Goodbye. Don't fire me, Jeffrey, unless you really want to. I guess it's your job. See you later.